Reason for this. At the top of my golf swing, when my hands hinge correctly, I'm trying to hit no lights. Does it look like I have support? Yes. Now what happens if I move my hand? That was a fraction, yeah? Would you consider that a fraction? Okay, now my thumb is straight down, right? Watch what happens to the wrists now. Do you see it? It's bowed. It also is going to have a tendency to slide right off. Who has little thumb marks with their glove that they wear? Yep, that's why. That's why. And so you want the thumb to be just to the right of center. Now, the other important thing is this pad. You have 6 fingers, by the way, in golf. This is your 6th finger. This pad right here has to be on top. Why? Because when the hands hinge, I have a full range of motion. Watch what happens when I put it in the palm. Who grips it in the palms, by the way? Who's been told to grip it in the palm? Yeah, stop. Love of God, stop. Okay, the reason, because your reflection is going to be diminished badly. Okay, so that means, yes, if the hands do this in the golf swing, right, then there's an angle here. Would you agree? All right, so if I put my left arm and my club in a straight line, who's been told that? Anybody? Okay, so if my left arm and club is in a straight line, I now have to somehow during that golf swing make my hand do that. Is that going to happen? No. We know it's not. Okay, the only late great player that gripped the golf club in more of the palms than anything was Mo Norman, and he had forearms like bowling balls, and he developed a method that was great for him. Got to spend a couple of weeks with him, and he was a genius. Understood how the legs and the body worked because of him a lot. So when you have your hands and the pad on top, you'll see that I can raise the club up easily. My elbow is where? Same place, yes? Right? Remember that? Now, why is that so critical? Because if I take my left hand and I move it over here, first of all, I'm putting a heck of a strain right here on the back of my arm. And where's my elbow now? Watch this. Do you think that's going to change the golf swing? Yeah? Where'd the club go? Sideways. All right, if I take my left hand and I weaken it, or should I say to the left, you'll see I'm 6'3" or so, 215, 20 pounds, give or take. It's real hard for me to want to lift this golf club. Right? I mean, this is just, I know it's boring, okay? Golf grip's boring. But if you don't have the grip right and your arms right, the rest of the stuff I'm going to tell you is not going to mean anything. All right, so when the hands are to the right, thumb is to the right, like so, I have full range of motion. Now, this is, again, kind of a cool but critical point. The thumb has to be together. You see how it's like glue? Is anybody here a mutant? Take your left thumb and pull it way down. What happens? Your wrist bone pops up. Yeah? So is that in the right place? No. So this has to be relaxed. So when I hinge my hands correctly, and if I take my left thumb now and extend it, watch what happens. And I'm not doing this on purpose. What happened? Golf club dropped. Do I have any control? No. So who here has hit a shot in the middle of the club face and the club twists in their hands? This is why. No control, long thumb. Right? You'll also notice, and it is because of this a little bit, and it seems a little thing, but there's a bell of a club here that's a little bit thicker than down here. I will not have, and this is probably one of the weakest things besides your pinky toe that you own, is this pinky. So if I was to have it here at the very end, like a lot of people have been told, I have to really squeeze that, and you'll see, look, I can't really control it. Now, if I come down just a little bit, just inside that inch or so, now you'll see, look how much more control I have. There to there, right? So therefore, when I swing a golf club, if I'm all the way back there, it's going to flop around a lot, where here it's going to have control, right? So now the right hand, again, just does this, right? Pretty simple. So you slide it in. Now, who here interlocks, by the way? Interlocks fingers? Wow. Okay. I'm not going to get mad. And Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods and some